Hello everyone, Silent K here, and today we'll be doing something a little bit different. Right now we're in Google Earth VR, and I thought it would be fun to go through the episodes of Yuru Camp and visit all the real-life locations and campsites in the series. If you're into anime and you're not watching Yuru Camp, you should be. It's one of the better shows this season, and a lot of the shots in the show are based on real-life locations, so we're going to try to hunt them down and find them. Right now we are in Tokyo. I thought it would be a good place to start because in Google Earth VR, a lot of the buildings are in 3D when you're in urban areas, but many of the locations we're going to be visiting are very rural, so they won't be in 3D. And you might be thinking to yourself, what's the point of Google Earth VR if everything's going to be flat? Well, right now everything might look kind of flat, like a 360-degree photo, but I assure you everything is 3D rendered. We can fly around, go down, check out all the buildings. It does get a little awkward when you get very up close to stuff, like flying down to street level. Things do tend to look kind of hideous, but it's still very cool. And that is Mount Fuji off in the distance. Mount Fuji is featured very often in the show, so we might as well start there. First we'll turn off fixed human scale. Now when we zoom up, instead of everything staying the same size, it will shrink down so everything looks like a little model set. Which does make it quicker to get around too. So, most of the show takes place in this area, Mount Fuji, as I said. And the first location we're off to is the highway on the way to Lake Motosuko. Rin is riding her bike through a tunnel. It is somewhere in this area. I believe that's Lake Motosuko. But just to get it up on the map here, we can punch it in. Motosu. And there it is, right near Mount Fuji. We do have a tunnel here on the way to the campgrounds. Let's see if we have street view available. This is a tunnel, but it doesn't appear to be the tunnel. Alrighty. Let's see if there's another tunnel on this road. No? There's a bunch of tunnels here. Where would the campground be? Probably this area? There was another sign that said she was on the corner of two highways. Fujiyoshida and Lake Motosuko. Let's see if we can find Fujiyoshida. I think it was Highway 300. Let's see, Mount Fuji and the lake. So she must have been coming from this area. That's 300. The other one was 407. Wait, was it 407? No, 709. Alright, so that's 300. And that's 709. So, is there a tunnel around here somewhere? I have no idea. There we go. Maybe you? Street view? Not exactly. I mean, it sort of looks like that, with a Route 300 up and Motosu on the right, but not quite. Is this the other side of the tunnel? Alright. This is the junction of 300 and 709. I believe that's the other side of the tunnel. Yes, I remember that sign specifically. 558 Nakanokura Tunnel. So the other side of this tunnel is the one that you see at the beginning, which I believe is where I was a second ago. They might have taken some artistic liberties. Alright, so I have to assume this is the tunnel from the side that she's shown going into toward the campsite, even though it does look a little different. This is sort of the same sign, and the other side is definitely the same. It's like 1-to-1. Alright, so this side we definitely see from the show. Rin's riding her bike out. You can see all this signage on the left and the road curving around. And then somewhere along the way, there's a wooden fence overlooking Mount Fuji. That's Mount Fuji, and there's a wooden fence here. So I assume that would be this bend right here. Gonna have to imagine the wooden fence. And street view. Oh yeah. Not exactly a picturesque day, but what are you gonna do? Alright, next up is the reception building for the campsite, which should be along this road somewhere. Parking. Ah, there we go. Looks like a very familiar building. And that little spot over there must be the little bathroom area. Actually, was that? No, this is just a 360 photo. Not street view. Let me see if I can actually find the street view. There we go. Oh yeah, even better. Look at that. There it is. Little Nadeshko sleeping outside. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get down to the campsite. You usually can't get into private property with the Google Street Cam, but I'm not sure how that works with campgrounds. This little trail. Alright, I think this is just more like a public road. So, where are we? Oh wait, we're over here. So the campgrounds should be down here. You can see a little tent. You can see a lot of little tents. Little rowboats. Oh, that's the street again. Nice. It's not winter, so no camping. Alright, well that was pretty fun. Next up in the show, we're off to Nanbu, Nadeshiko's home, her new home, which should be right on the other side of these mountains. This is quite the bike trip she took, by the way. This is Nanbu, very close to Mount Fuji, but unfortunately for Nadeshiko, once you get down to ground level, it just barely disappears behind the mountains. So, most of what we see in the show about her home is during her trip to school. There is a semi-dry riverbed, which kind of looks like this, and there's a very long bridge, kind of like this. And she is on her way to the Abouna Station, which is running somewhere along here. I believe that's it. No, that's a road. That's the railroad. I'll just throw it up so we can... I'll just put Abouna on the map. Abouna Station. Alright. Alright. Actually, no, I think I was down here. No. No, I was over here. I was right. So this is most likely the bridge. Street view. Let's see. Not 100% sure. Let me double check the screenshots I have. Alright, so yeah, that's the little small bridge on the left in the back, and all the various hills and whatnot. Nice. Alright. Next stop, Abouna Station. Whoa! Calm down, Google Earth. And there you have it. A little more dreary than the bright, cheerful show, but that's the station. And then from here, she goes to her high school, which I did look up the nearby high schools in the area, but none of them seem to fit the establishing shots in the show. In the show, she's shown climbing up switchback roads to get to the entrance, and none of the high schools around here are set up like that. Which it makes sense that they would use a fictional school. You don't want a bunch of anime nerds hanging around with their cameras taking pictures of high schools. That's going to lead to some problems. But it doesn't really matter because they don't show the high school from the outside. It just shows the switchback roads and then she's inside. Alright, well that's just about all the locations from episode 1 of the show. It would be nice to find her actual house if it were a real place, but it's kind of a pain in the butt trying to find places with just a street view alone. It's a lot easier when you get the 3D buildings. If anyone has more information on that, I might give it a second shot. But next time we'll take a look at episode 2. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video and would like to see some more, feel free to leave your support with a comment below. Thank you for watching, and tune in again next time.